Hey guys, the Blur Lover channel here with some movie news on a potential reboot of the Hellraiser and Scream franchise done by Jason Blum, who's already got a big head because he produced the big hit of Halloween 2018. He's currently looking around to see if he can get the rights to do a Hellraiser and Scream reboot, and let me tell you right now, I'm not liking it at all. He got lucky with Halloween, but technically a lot of that was from Danny McBride and David Gordon Green. An already established franchise has just been going. But Hellraiser is a very difficult, very different franchise that you can't do because you can't do it for a certain amount of money. Yeah, you can do it for $10 to $13 million, but that's a different world. It's going to need a lot of things. And right now, Jason Blum does not spend money on certain things for more films to make them cheap and done right. Right now, Dimension Films, Miramax owns those rights. That's why they keep making those shitty straight-to-DVD movies so they can keep the rights to the Hellraiser franchise. That's why Clive Barker has not gotten his hands back on those rights, just like when James Cameron got all the rights back to the Terminator. The reason why is that if you keep producing movies, whoever created a franchise, if they lease it out to other companies, that's fine. But if they don't make a certain amount of films for a certain amount of years, you get your content back. Well, apparently right now there is talk about a reboot. It was years ago that Clive Barker was writing a new film for Dimension Films. That fell through, and that film went into limbo. And now, as I read, Blum wants to remake Scream as well. I can see him producing a new Scream film for the budget they did for Halloween 2018. Scream I see. Hellraiser I don't. Hellraiser is going to be a little bit more of an undertaking, a little bit more of a budget. You need a technical director, a good horror director. Pinhead is a character that I've never really been a big fan of, but I've watched the Hellraiser films to see how dark and brutal and demonic it is, and to see who he is. And you need someone to play that. And just like, Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger is going to be tough shoes to fill because, I think his name is David Bradley. If it's not, correct me in the comments down below. David Bradley, he was great as Pinhead until he gave it up. And then there was a new guy playing, Pinhead in a straight-to-DVD movie I saw, and it looked atrocious. He didn't look like Pinhead. His voice was just bad. Jason Blum, don't put so much stuff in your plate that you can basically not finish, because Hellraiser, you can't do it. I'm sorry. Hellraiser is going to be a difficult thing. A couple months ago, I did a video on him trying to reboot the Friday the 13th franchise. And I could have saw it there, but it would have been Blumified, and you would have not gotten the traditional Jason Voorhees. Now LeBron James and his company are with Paramount or Warner Brothers about making a new Friday the 13th. And rumors that they might have it out by 2020 alongside, possible remakes. Because right now with Halloween 2018, we haven't heard any news on a reboot or restart of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. So will we get certain things? Maybe, maybe not. I also heard that Jason Blum wants to make 10 more Halloween sequels. Get creative people to be a part of that. You got to make these movies good, or they're just going to be going down and really just not be great films like they were before. If you make one good film, you're going to make a sequel. Just take your time with each individual film so they're great. We also know that Jason Blum doesn't own the rights to Halloween as well. That's up to Malika Akkad, who owns that. So he's the one that has to give you the go for Universal and Miramax to make more Halloween films. Like I said in my previous video, Halloween 2018 made some money at the box office, over 250 million worldwide, or 278 worldwide. So it made a chunk of his budget back, even though it cost like $10 million to make. And it did really well, and I enjoyed the film. Like I said, it has some issues with it, but they should fix those issues in the sequel. But like I said, Jason Blum wants to make a Hellraiser and Scream reboot. Scream, I see him doing. Hellraiser, no, he'll fuck it up real badly. I can't see him doing a Hellraiser because he'll piss off the Hellraiser fans. I know it. But Scream, I see it if they stay with the basics of what Scream is. Scream 4 did not hit the mark with the first two. The third one came out kind of late when that Scream phase was just disappearing. But here, you got to do it right and correctly. And if they get it, it'll be perfect. If you don't get it, you're screwing it up. Even Neve Campbell was asked about that a couple of weeks ago when she was doing some television, doing some talk shows, and she was asked about Scream 5, and she says she hasn't heard anything yet, but she did hear some rumblings a few years ago after Scream 4, but that was when Wes Craven was still alive, but he has sadly passed on since then. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think about Jason Blum wanting to produce more horror classics. Now he wants to do Scream reboots, Hellraiser, Friday the 13th. What do you think about Jason Blum? Should just leave things alone and just concentrate on his Blumhouse stuff and trying to get a sequel to Halloween 2 to come out. But like I said, he does not own the rights to those films. Wait for Malik Akkad to give the go for that to happen. And what do you think about his nonsense of making 10 more Halloween films? Jesus Christ. Leave me those comments down below. What do you think about Jason Blum's big head growing because he can take all the horror classics and make them under his own umbrella? Leave me your comments on that. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the Blue Lover channel. If you're watching this video unsubscribed, please subscribe to the Blue Lover channel and you will see all my videos uploaded when you're subscribed. Once you subscribe, you will get any video you want, whatever you want to watch or whatever topics you like or not. Because I understand some people watch some of my videos because there's a certain thing or certain not thing. So I understand now. That's how YouTube works. So subscribe if you're not. Hit my post notifications bell. Once you hit my bell, you will get all my new videos uploaded into your inboxes because YouTube does not send notifications. So please hit that bell. And share the video as well with all your friends on YouTube or any of your family members who are horror fans and like horror movie news. So share the video. I am the Blue Lover channel and I catch all of you horror fans next time.